All right, team, how we doing? This is Coach Dana Cavalea coming at you with the Becoming a Champion show, where we are all about inspiration, motivation, and encouragement to move you along your high performance journey. And this week, we're going to talk about perfection. And most high achievers, this is what they are striving for: perfection. Most high performers desire perfection. Their whole life, the way they go about things, the way they think, is all about performance, and it is all about, oftentimes, perfection. And today I want to tell you that's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. Coach, how could perfection be a problem? What is the issue with perfection? And I'll tell you what the biggest issue is. The issue is that it is impossible. Perfection is impossible to achieve. Can we get better? Yes. Can we always be moving forward? Yes. But the reality is we can never achieve perfection. And the reason we can't achieve it is this: because by definition, perfection means the quality or state of being perfect, which is also meaning freedom of fault, freedom from fault, meaning there's no fault here or there's no defect. And that's impossible because we all make mistakes. And we all have defects about ourselves. In some way or another, there's always something that we have. So we're never going to be perfect, but we can always be competing. And we always can be working to get better. And that's really what it's about. It's saying, hey, as I wake up today and I attack today, I'm going to make today better than yesterday. And simply better than yesterday means I show up and I do my best today. And tomorrow, I do my best. And we're constantly working to get better each day. And we get better each day through practice. Last week on the show, we talked about practice and the importance of practice. Practice through engagement and through doing gets us better. That's how we get better. So having the goal of perfection is a very, very poor goal. It's a goal that will almost always set you up for failure, because there's no such thing as perfection, right? Freedom from fault or defect, the quality or state of being perfect, an exemplification of supreme excellence. This is the actual definition of the word perfection. So supreme excellence. Now, you could work to be excellent in everything that you do. When we work with athletes, hitters specifically, we tell them to be competitive. You're not going to get a hit every time, because in baseball, for instance, perfection as a hitter would be batting 1,000, meaning you batted 1,000. Every time you got up, you got a hit. It's impossible. It's never been done. As a pitcher, having an ERA or an earned run average of 0.00 would be perfection. Never been done. So to go up as a hitter and say, I'm going to get a hit every time, and if I don't, I'm going to be miserable, I'm going to be pissed off, I'm going to be angry, you've already failed before you've taken an at-bat. And I've seen too many professional athletes expect perfection from themselves, and it always leads to failure. But when you study the top 5%, the top 10% of athletes, they understand that failure is a part of the process. They understand that perfection is not achievable, but competitiveness is. And if you prepare every day and you compete every day, the end result will be that you're getting better. And as people, as competitors in business and in sport, what do we crave? We crave progress. And if we're progressing every day and we're getting better every day, we're winning. We're feeling great about ourselves. And there's a lot of people out there that don't feel great about themselves because they don't compete every day. They show up some days and don't show up others. That's the key. You have to get yourself in a mindset, an attitude, and a competitor's mindset of showing up every day and bringing your best. There's going to be days when you don't feel your best. And, you know, up close and personal, I got to work with players like Derek Jeter and Mariano Rivera every day for over 10 years. And they didn't feel their best every day. But they made a very, very important decision every day. And that was to show up and compete regardless of how they feel. Don't listen to your feelings. Don't listen to your emotions because they will take you down. There's a great saying by the late coach Vince Lombardi, Green Bay Packers, NFL coach, legend. And he says, fatigue will make cowards of us all because we're fatigued, we're tired. It's going to have an effect on our emotional state. That's why when we talk about performance and we talk about optimizing performance, we have to make sure that we're rested and that we are prepared to play and that we are avoiding fatigue at all costs. But we also need to avoid perfection at all costs. So if we could exchange the word perfection for competitive, I don't need to be perfect because I can't be, but I can be competitive every day. We have a great chance of winning big for ourselves, for our families, and our companies and those that we lead. So we can't forget that. So let's make a commitment. The commitment is this. We're going to change our relationship that we have as individuals to the word perfect. Let's see perfection and being perfect as impossible. It's not possible. And by me telling you it's not possible, and by asking you and inviting you to change your relationship with the word perfect and perfection, it's going to allow you to see the word as something that's not achievable. And that's a good thing. Because many things in life are achievable, but perfection is one of those things that is not. But a reminder again, we can be competitive. And being competitive is so, so important. But every competitor, I want to tell you this about competitors. Every competitor wants to win. Most competitors I know hate to lose. In my book, Habits of a Champion, I talk about that. Do you love to win or do you hate to lose? Real winners, the ones you want on your team, the grinders, they hate to lose. They get a real red ass when they lose. They hate it. They don't want to lose. They expect to win, but they certainly do not want to lose. It pisses them off to the highest level. And that's what we have to realize. We're a competitor. We hate to lose, but here's the caveat to it all. Competitors lose. And losing could be considered failure. But we have to fail in order to succeed. And you know what? When we challenge ourselves to our highest level, there's going to be elements of failure. We're going to be forced to play up. And in order to play up, sometimes we are going to feel a little bit down. But that's what it's all about. What I found is what separates the great entrepreneurs from those people that just live an average life is that entrepreneurs, competitors, they're not afraid to lose because they have that understanding that losing is a part of the process. And yesterday I was reading a book, and I have a quote here that I wanted to share with you. And it says, the traditional school and learning system that most of us are exposed to in our youth teaches us not to fail. We are given a grade and taught not to fail. Every assignment we do is graded, and we are told when we fail, right? By our grade. This is the greatest difference between entrepreneurs and everybody else. Entrepreneurs learn through failure. They must fail in order to grow. You must fail in order to grow. I must fail in order to grow. And trust me, I have a long list of failures and many more to come. But that's what's exciting. So if we spend our time competing not to fail, there's no way we could succeed. So you can't compete not to fail. You can only compete to succeed. Only compete to challenge yourself. So I always say you have to renegotiate your relationship, the relationship that you have with the word failure and the word perfection, perfectionism, and perfect, because it doesn't exist. I'm in a habit to not even use the word perfect. That's perfect. I'd rather say that's great, because perfect is not real. It's not true. And you're doomed if you think it is, because you're always going to be chasing something that is not possible. So if you think about freeing yourself in the relationship that you have with perfectionism, it's amazing what's going to happen for you. you're going to redefine your future. You're going to redefine what it is that you're capable of. You're going to reimagine what your future could be because you're no longer trying to be perfect. You're trying to be competitive, and you're showing up to compete. You're showing up to be your best. You're showing up to do something great. That's what it's all about. Last week I had on the show, the Becoming a Champion show that I have on YouTube, I had Rudy Rudiger, who is the star of the movie, Rudy. But this was the real Rudy, the guy who the movie was actually based upon. And he said, Dana, you got to get out there. You got to put yourself out there. He said, all I wanted to do was go to Notre Dame. Then all I wanted to do was play football at Notre Dame. Just get on the team. And I got on the practice squad. Then all I wanted to do was suit up with my white pants. Then all I wanted to do was suit up with my gold pants. Then I wanted to get in the game. So by taking action and putting himself out there, he constantly was elevating his mindset, his attitude, as well as his actions. And as a result, he was getting to where it was that he wants to go. So that's the lesson. Don't worry about being perfect. Just get in the game and compete with yourself. That's all that matters. This is you versus you every single day. And don't forget that. You versus you. So today, don't just listen to this as another podcast that you listen to and then you move right into the next one. Ask yourself, where am I not competing? Why am I not competing? Then make a decision to start competing. Competing with yourself. You versus you. I'm going to show up tomorrow and I'm going to compete. And that word perfection and perfect that's held me back for so long, I'm dumping that word. It's out of here. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for you. So take action. It is the only way that you're going to get to where it is that you want to go. Don't be scared. People that you admire, at one point they were scared, but then they took an action and they weren't scared anymore. And then there was something else, maybe they had a little hesitation or fear on, but they took action on that and then they weren't scared anymore. That's how it works. Got it? So let's make sure we compete. Let's make sure we take action and let's accept nothing else. Got it? That's my lesson for you this week. And I want you, please, to put this into action. Again, I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to get you better. I'm here to coach you. This is a show about coaching. This is not a sugar-coating show where I tell you how great you are. If you suck, I'm going to tell you. If you're great, I'm also going to tell you. But I want you to take action now. Don't accept anything less. That's great coaching. That's what champions do. That's what you're going to do. That's what it's all about. This is Coach Dana Cavalea, and I hope you enjoyed today's message on overcoming the enemy, which is perfection. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please head on over to iTunes, share the show, give us a like, give us a review. Please, please, please give us a review if you liked it, and help us build our team of champions. And if you're not on my daily blog, head on over to danacavalea.com. I do a daily blog Monday through Friday, 60 to 90 second read. It's quick, it's practical to get you going every single day. So head on over to danacavalea.com. And if you want to check out episodes 2 of the Becoming a Champion show video, where I interview celebrities in sports, business, and life, check out our YouTube page as well. So you got a couple options of how you can continue to elevate your performance day in and day out. Make sure you take advantage of them. This is what it's all about. It's about competition, competitiveness, and being our best. Go out there, play hard, compete to win, and expect nothing less than victory. Let's go. This is Coach Dana Cavalea, and I'll see you later. See ya.